Not closing deals in business meetings due to low self-esteem levels and low confidence levels is a huge problem nowadays. And honestly, if you're a social media marketer watching this, if you don't have self-confidence, you're really not going to close deals or see any results at all. So in today's video, I wanted to disclose my top tips that I personally use that brought me from being a broke little bitch to being a legend of confidence in the business world, okay? So this really helped me, like close more deals, even set more meetings, just really like get the ball rolling on my business and see better results overall. This helped me not even just in business, but just in life in general, So if that sounds like something for you, I'm happy to help you, so just keep watching. So let's just dive straight into this. Make sure you go grab a pen and a piece of paper so you can write down your ideas, have a reference point for this video. So yeah, the first tip that I want to mention is that you always want to be in the authority or power position. And what I mean by that is that business owners are coming to you instead of you coming to them. It's kind of like this push and pull idea where, like they're coming to you, so you get to make the choice and the decisions and the yes or the no of the meeting, instead of the other way around. Content marketing is really good for this. Organic outreach is really good for this. But as long as they're coming to you, whether it's through your funnels or it's because they heard of you somewhere, as long as they're aware of your service before they come to you and they know the value of it, it's going to put you in the authority position, especially if they book a meeting with you instead of you booking a meeting with them. And it just seriously helps with selling them because they've already kind of sold themselves, I hope that makes sense. That's my first little tip. I'll be going in further detail into this in another video, how exactly you can optimize this process and like what little kind of mind games you can play with the business owner. I know that sounds shady, but like that you can make them feel a little bit less stable in their position, and you can actually make them like more desperate to go after your service. So you can actually ask more if you want. So yeah guys, that's tip number one. So tip number two is realize that this whole thing with social media marketing is a numbers game. And this is also for other businesses. It's a numbers game, guys. You will come across so many people that do not want your service and so many people that will tell you straight up no and like break your business heart. Eventually you have to move on, like you have to learn from your lessons, and you really have to just realize that eventually you will hear a yes. So little things that I want to mention with this: don't get caught up on the failures. You will fail. That's part of entrepreneurship. It's a roller coaster ride, but you will fail. Just don't get emotionally attached towards anything. Like if you keep telling yourself like, oh, that last business meeting didn't go well, this sucks, your mind will just repeat the same scenario the next time you go into a business meeting. If you like ask the business owner, what did I do wrong? What can I do better? How can I improve my service? You can actually make an improvement and count that failure as a win, because you learned something from it and you've grown as a business owner. So don't get too caught up on the past, guys. You can't change it. It's already over, so why dwell on it? And another thing that I wanted to mention is like, don't set expectations for the future. You can set goals, but no expectations. Just as a little tip with entrepreneurship, if you want to achieve success, do not get emotionally attached. Become a machine, essentially. This sounds cold, but if you're a successful entrepreneur watching this, you know what I'm talking about. Just don't set any expectations. Just know as a fact that whatever happens in that business meeting that you're about to go in, it doesn't really bother you, and that you're not emotionally attached to it. And that kind of sends a signal to the other business owner that like you care and you want his business, but it doesn't matter to you if you don't get it. And for some reason, that clicks with their mind. If you set expectations and you keep trying to meet those expectations without accepting everything as it happens, you're gonna seem needy, and the business owner will pick up on that. And if you seem needy, it's gonna make no sense to work with you. So yeah, keep that in mind, guys. So I hope that makes sense. Don't become emotionally attached, guys. It hurts and it's not worth it. Tip number three is be educated on the service that you provide. Like this should make sense, but so many people don't do this. Like really delve into the nitty-gritty details of how this all works. Business owners are more likely to work with someone that has experience over a newbie. Just really like make sure to really be educated on your service and constantly try to better it, but be able to answer any questions that they throw at you. Hope that makes sense, guys. Alright, you guys, next little tip here, tip number 4, is know that you sell a good service. This sounds obvious, but so many people don't do this. If you don't believe yourself you have a good service, nobody will think it either. You know, people will subconsciously pick up on that stuff. If you don't believe that what you're selling is actually worth something, it won't be. If you don't actually believe that your service or your time is worth anything, people are gonna try and scam you. But if they believe that it's really like a valuable thing, they'll be willing to pay for it. So yeah, just believe it yourself and you'll be more able to convince others. Tip number 4. Tip number 5, I'm just gonna really summarize this one and keep it short. Taking care of yourself and developing your self-image in other ways. You know, not just business meetings, but just in life in general. So that means working out, reading self-development books like business books, you know, setting up a morning and evening ritual, just really, you know, like optimizing your life. Get rid of distractions that you don't need. Get people out of your life that are harmful to you. This is so important. This is also obvious but neglected, you know? Like, so many people, they know that they have to, but they don't do it. And that's why 99% of people will fail. So many people just neglect to take care of themselves and feel good, you know? Feeling good is important. Another top tip is that I recommend you implement all of this, you know, like the self-development stuff. Implement this as a morning ritual, you know, like, or evening ritual, or just some sort of like daily, you know, repeat activity, so that you really hardwire it into your brain and that you can't escape it. This is really important, so I'm just gonna make this as my next video. If you don't think you need to do something, you will seriously just find an excuse to not do it, and that's not where we're going here. We're going for success, so let's get it. Tip number 6, understand the business owner and his problems. If you don't understand the business owner or his problems, it's gonna be that much more difficult to really side with him and empathetically connect with him. This is how you achieve sales, by the way, is if you can put yourself in the other person's shoes, understand why he does what he does, and understand his problems, you can then show him how his problems align with your problems and then give him a price for solving them. You know? Like how your service solves everything that he struggles with, and then tell him a price tag. And if it's something that he's really like, it's an actual pain point, he will be so freaking willing, he's just gonna sign that contract before you do. Just put yourself in the other person's shoes. This helps in any aspect of life as well. Just be more empathetic, guys. Yeah, this also builds trust, you know? And it like allows you to connect and speak with the other business owner in their language, you know? Like you're speaking words that they understand, and that's what really clicks and will differentiate yourself. Talk with them personally as well. It's not just all professional, you know? Just really connect with the person. Those were my 6 tips. I hope this has helped you in some way. If you implement all of this stuff, I guarantee you'll see results, not just in business, but with relationships and with friends. Seriously, anything, guys. So, you know, definitely give this all a shot. If there's anything at all that you want me to make a video about, simply add it in the comments. I will make sure to get on it as soon as possible. If there are any questions, either DM me or just lay it in the comments. I'll answer it right away. Guys, I hope you took something out of this. I will see you next time.